Let's build a program that saves our tasks to a text file so they never disappear. We need the datetime module to get the current date and time for our diary. From datetime import datetime. Writing to a file, you're going to use W mode. The with statement is best practice. It automatically closes the file when done. W stands for write. W will overwrite the file if it already exists. You need to remember that. So we're going to create a file with a named diary.txt. It will be automatically created for us with open. And here we are going to create our file diary.txt. Okay, good. And since we are going to write, so we are going to change it from R to W. R is for read. As file, I'm going to save it. I'm going to write is file. Now write. Okay, let me just write it for you so that write inserts a string into the file. Okay, a string into the file. Now what we need to do, we need to just write file dot write, and inside it we are gonna write this is the start of my Python diary, and I'm gonna move it to the next line. Okay, since we need to indent it, and when I run it you can see that diary.txt has been created automatically, and this is the start of my diary has been written. Okay, now let's check if we can read what we just saved. Reading a file, we are gonna switch to R mode. R stands for read. This is the default mode, but it is good to type it out. So with open, again you're gonna write with open, and here write your file name, which is diary.txt, and we're gonna switch to read mode. Okay, R stands for read. You need to remember that. R stands for read. So it's gonna read out to us what is in the file diary.txt. Now let me just create a variable. Let's call it current variable, and since our file is saved as file, okay, so file dot we're gonna use read. Okay, now let me just print. Here is what is in the file so far. Now let me just print, since we need to print what is inside our file diary.txt. Okay, but I need to read it out. So it is already written in this form, current is equal to file.read. So I need to print the variable. Okay, now if I run it, you can see that this is the start of my Python's diary, which is inside our text. Now if I update the text, if I add more words here, then all of it will be displayed here. Okay, this is how you're going to display text on the screen by using the R mode. If I run this again, it deletes the old entry. To add, we need append mode. Append to a file, we need to convert, we need to switch to add something new to the file, we need to switch to the A mode. A mode. A stands for append. Okay, with open. Here R will be changed to A. Okay, now I want to add the current time to the file. So current time is date.time. Current time is what? Date time. Okay, right now I need to add now. Okay, and it is a part of the module that I imported. Now I want to format it into October, and then date, and then year, and then hours and second as well. So for that I need to use formatted time. Okay, so which is already, so I'm interested in the current time, so I'll replace it with current time. Okay, so this is our current time, and okay, you need to put T here, and I don't need it. Okay, and I also need to switch to the next line. You can give it any format you like. Now I want to write the timestamp into the file. Okay, now I want to do what? I want to write the timestamp into the file. So for that, you need to take care of the spacing, the formatting, the indentation. So file dot write and formatted time. So this will be written in our file diary. Okay, now if I ask the user or anyone what they want to write in the diary, so I can also input their ideas in the diary. What would you like to know about or anything? So now let's add the user start in a blank line for spacing. So file dot write user start, and also need to add a blank line for spacing. So Let's prove it saved by reading it one last time. So with open with open diary text rs file. So let's say that lines is equal to file dot read lines. Okay, and let's loop through the list and print each line, removing extra spaces with strip. Okay, so let me just create a loop for line. It's gonna loop through the lines for line and lines. Print line dot strip. Let me just write it small, just so it looks nice. Oh, yeah. So this is your final code. If you want to see the today's time, then you just have to print formatted time. And if you run it, you can see here today's time. 10 date, 5 month, 2026, and hour, second each, and everything is given.